Hey guys, welcome back for the second installment of Oddities and Obscurities in War of the Visions. The link for the first video is in the description below, and we're going to cover a lot of tiny tips and tricks that you might not have known about in the game. If you like the video, click that little thumbs up and red button below, and let's jump like a dragoon right into it. In the first video, we didn't talk about PvP much at all, so we'll start there. If you're wondering why you're not climbing an arena even though you're winning all of your battles, it probably means you aren't using a character with a unit bonus. Just like Chocobo expeditions, each week different units give you a bonus to the amount of arena points you get. Some units even give you double points. Make sure you check this unit bonus every Monday when the arena resets. When selecting an opponent in Arena, you've probably been tapping on each panel to see your opponent's team before deciding on whether or not to fight them. But did you know you can actually tap and hold on the panel from here to pull up a detailed display of your opponent's entire party? You can then look at detailed information about their gear, espers, vision cards, and ability levels. Your bonus tip is, while it's probably impractical to go into this much depth each time you pick an opponent, it's usually a good idea to try and pick teams that your party matches up well against to give yourself a better chance to win. Lastly, on Arena, did you know that when combat starts, you can actually open up the menu from the top right corner of the screen and skip the battle altogether if you're looking to save time? You'll still get credit for winning or losing because as far as the game is concerned, you're just watching a replay of what has already happened. Usually it's fun to watch how your team does, but if you're in a crunch for time, the skip option is there. This skip option also is there when you're doing guild battles as well. Something you probably never pay attention to is your account's royal rank. If you tap the plus button next to your Visor at the top of the screen, then tap this royal button here, you can actually view the royal rank on your account and the benefits you're getting. This is how some players have unlocked 2x combat speed. In addition, with each new rank, you can buy a one-time mini pack for Visor that usually includes some kind of summon ticket, expedition tickets, and XP cubes. Let's move on and talk a little bit about unit stats. On the unit screen, you can see the stats of your characters over here on the left, but these aren't actually the stats that your units are taking into battle with them. If you go over to your formations menu, you can tap and hold on your characters from here to view their final stats with gear, espers, and vision cards factored in. With this in mind, you can play around with loadouts to see how your stats are actually affected. The winner for the least obvious part about stats is that when equipping gear, you only get the highest bonus for each stat. They don't add together. For example, with Excalibur giving 49 HP and Leather Plate giving 170 HP, you might think you're getting 219 HP, but you're actually only getting 170. For this reason, your bonus tip for equipping gear is try to equip weapons, armor, and accessories that provide bonuses to different stats in order to get the most benefit from gear. Bonus tip number 2 is that hats and helmets have the unique benefit of having more evade than other armor. Be on the lookout for the dodge type when crafting these, as you can end up with huge bonuses to evade that make them really good options. To finish up on character stats, let's talk about vision cards. Similar to gear, the party abilities on vision cards don't stack with each other. Only the higher bonus is used. You won't get double attack bonuses from equipping Vow of Love and Flag of Leonis to your party. On the other hand, the stat listed in the bestowed effects box here on a vision card does stack with party abilities. This means if you already have the Final Fantasy Tactics Scion card equipped in your party, other characters can still benefit from the agility bonus on Cactuar or Secret Orders. The Guild Barracks is a great place to farm up JP on your characters without actually using them. You might be excited for your guild to unlock additional slots so you can work on more characters at once, but you should be aware that the more characters that are in the barracks, the faster they go through food. As your guild unlocks additional slots, be aware you'll need a higher food cap to keep up. The bonus tip here is that I recommend around 7,000 to 8,000 per character. This seems like a decent amount to keep the JP flowing without having to babysit it throughout the day. At the halfway point here, let's break down a couple of fun tricks. On your home screen, you can tap on your home unit to play a stylized animation that is unique to the character. In addition, each character has multiple animations which change each time you visit your home screen. While this isn't beneficial at all, it's still kinda neat.
How neat is that?
If you go to a unit's screen, you can tap on this magnifying glass on the portrait to view the portrait in a larger screen. Even cooler is that you can tap on this tiny little note icon in the bottom right to read a short bio about the character. Even more, you can read about the lore on espers much in the same way. If you tap on an esper's 3D model, you'll even get a cool little animation to go along with it. While none of these things actually help you in any way, it is kind of cool to see the extra effort they put into the lore of the game. Alright, let's get back on track here. We covered a lot with the shop in the last video, so let's talk specifically about the Whimsy Shop. This shop spawns at random anytime you complete a quest. The primary benefit to the Whimsy Shop is picking up additional shards for your ultra rare characters, sometimes even at a discounted price. This is especially useful during limited time events, as it gives you another location to get shards for the current event units. A bonus tip on the Whimsy Shop is that you can pick up Wyvern and Angel statues here for Gil, which can be incredibly frustrating to farm when increasing the job levels on your units. Finally, it's not entirely clear how or when the Whimsy Shop appears, but new data suggests that it spawns roughly every 300 or 400 energy you spend, and it can't spawn more than once per hour. This knowledge can be extremely useful if you come to crunch time farming a limited time unit. A special shout out to Haddison again on Reddit for this information. In the last video, we talked about raising the faith of your mages to increase their magic damage. It seems that in the future there will be a patch allowing you to increase faith in the Guild Barracks instead of bravery, but until then the easiest way is using cheer from Fina. The tip here is if you don't have a Fina of your own built up, when selecting a companion for a mission, switch the element to light and you'll probably come across a Fina that you can borrow. Equipment proficiency lets your units use higher level equipment without a penalty to stats, but it can take a long time to farm it up to A. However, equipment proficiency can actually increase in multi-quests. This means low-level chambers are a great way to farm up proficiency on lower-level units. In the last video, we talked a bit about chaining and a bit about attacking your own characters. If we put these two tips together, you can actually complete chaining missions simply by attacking your own characters. Plop Engelbert or Mont in there and beat up on them for easy chaining. A little trick from the OGs out there that played Final Fantasy Tactics: when a unit takes a turn, you can actually make their next turn come quicker by not acting, not moving, or even both. Without delving too deep into the exact mechanics behind this, you can get slightly faster turns if you don't unnecessarily move or act during a turn. The bonus tip here is that sometimes it's beneficial to skip a unit's turn entirely to make their next turn come quicker and set up chains or combos with other units. Finally, Thieves may not seem that great because they won't use the Steal ability on auto battle, but they will use the Mug ability. This makes building Thieves with Mug fairly useful for getting extra materials while farming on auto battle. Your bonus tip on Thieves is that Steal Time and Steal Heart are incredibly underrated abilities and will become much more coveted as the game progresses. Well guys, that's it for this rendition of obscure tips and tricks in War of the Visions. Is there anything here that you didn't know? Which tip did you think was the most helpful? Let me know in the comments section below, and thanks for watching.